We're live. Welcome to the Adam Friedland Show. Today is May 7th.
8th.
May 8th, 2023. Fuck,
Yeah.
I gotta buy plane tickets to... I was going to drive to Pittsburgh. I'll be at the Pittsburgh Improv this weekend, 12th through the 13th.
You're going to do that drive? That's like 9 hours, no?
It's like seven and a half. But yeah, I guess I'll probably just fly there. I'll be at Pittsburgh Improv May 12th through the 13th, or 11th through the 12th, or something like that. And then May 19th and 20th, I will be at... And the 19th, I will be in Charleston, South Carolina, at the Coliseum with Big J. Okerson and fucking, that whole thing. And then Hershey, Pennsylvania the next day. Yeah, 12th through the 13th. Sorry, I'm sick. Oh, fuck. 12th through 13th, Pittsburgh Improv, 19th Charleston, 20th Hershey, Pennsylvania. And then the big one I got to push is September 15th in Boston, Massachusetts at the Wilbur. They just added a second show. So I got to start plugging that because...
Huge.
Yeah.
That's big, man.
Yeah, I guess. And Adam will be at... We'll go to adamfriedland.com.
/tour.
.com/tour. And page not found. I guess your website's down.
No, it's not.
All right. No, hold on.
You didn't spell my name?
Adam will be in San Jose, May 18th, May 19th, and May 20th at the San Jose Improv. So those are the dates next weekend. 18th, 19th, 20th, San Jose Improv. That's a lot of fun. It's a fun room. It's like an old theater.
It is.
It's an old
You
theater.
were there New Year's, right?
I was there. I did New Year's shows there.
Yeah.
Those were a lot of fun.
There's something on your eye.
What do you mean?
Oh, okay, it's
Is
gone.
it in my eyeball?
No, it's gone. But then you have do you have pink eye or something?
No, it's just when I wake up. This dries out when I'm asleep.
Why is it dry?
Why is it red?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I guess my eyes don't close all the way when I go to sleep, so they'll
Like a dog?
Yeah, so they'll some tear will dry there, and then I guess the saline. It just every morning I wake up, my eyes are fucked up.
Damn.
And then Adam will be in Austin, Texas, June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So
In Irvine.
that's way out.
No, it's 3 weekends in a row. San Jose, Austin, Irvine.
I say the date. One of it, we've committed to one of us say the dates.
Next 3 weekends.
I'll say it. San Jose, May 18th, 19th, and 20th, San Jose Improv.
It's all yours. It is yours.
And then June 1st, 2nd, and June 3rd at Capital City Comedy Club. And then the weekend after that, June 8th, 9th, and June 10th at the Irvine Improv. Irvine is Southern California. San Jose is Northern California. Very different cultures.
Yeah.
I had a fun time at the San Jose Improv. It was New Year's, so it was kind of a weak turnout, and I don't really do very well.
On the road.
Yeah. Well, smaller clubs, I feel like I do okay.
Yeah.
Because you know me, I'm like a cage fighter, basically. The style of comedy I do is basically
Octagon
UFC.
style.
Yeah. So I get in there. I'm not gonna do it.
You're like what?
I was gonna say something like I get in there and everybody else looks at the audience. What I see is just nothing but Michael Jackson impersonators.
Uh-huh.
And then but I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna make that joke. But an older version of me, or younger me would have said that.
You're like a more mature Nick.
More mature.
You're like you were in the punk band, and then now you're like doing more of a folk Americana thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been really resisting the urge to comment on that story.
What story?
You know what story? The subway guy. The Marine that murdered the
I think you got
guy.
it great. I think you did it well.
I haven't said anything really.
He didn't have any sense.
Oh, well, it was just a tweet.
I thought that was pretty
what
good.
struck me, and I wish it wasn't. Look, the guy should be indicted. Whatever, you shouldn't.
I don't know. This is premium content. You
shouldn't murder people.
Maybe
on the
they
train.
should just get Nick After Dark on the premium.
But because it's not what happened. But the story comes out and they're showing videos of him with the Michael Jackson impersonator, and when I initially heard the story, and heard that somebody murdered a Michael Jackson impersonator. No, just like if he had been doing, like, some guy was doing Michael Jackson, and then
I
some
don't
guy,
think that that's problematic.
then some guy just hates Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's funny.
That would be,
I don't think that's too spicy, Nick.
yeah, I don't know. It would be like if somebody killed Elmo in Times Square.
Yeah, because they hate Elmo. It is funny to imagine him doing that.
Doing
Shamona.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
Shamon.
Then somebody being like, "Hey, enough, motherfucker!
Yeah.
No more Michael Jackson!" Like if
Yeah.
that's how it happened.
Kind of in a like the Beat It music video scenario, just two gangs. Maybe he kind of dance fought him before
But that's
that.
not what happened. He was
UFC.
just being homeless.
He was just being homeless, and the man killed him.
Mm-hmm.
For I don't know. For nothing.
What do you think's gonna
For
happen?
what?
What do you think as a legal expert, as a former lawyer? What do you think? What
Yeah.
do you charge him with?
I would charge him with a whole everything. I'd throw the book at him.
Can you be more specific?
First, second, third, and manslaughter. See what sticks. Kind of a pasta at the wall situation.
Just why don't you offer a real opinion, then we can riff on that. Look, you got.
I
do
haven't
something.
really
I'm gonna
been-
start talking about Wallace and Gromit.
Honestly, I haven't really been paying much attention to it because I've just been seeing people really upset about it, and
Yeah.
it seems like if I
I feel like you kind of left me hanging out to dry on that Michael Jackson.
I thought that was good. I told you that I thought that was good. What? I was like, Nick, that's hateful.
No, your physical language. You moved yourself out of frame so that when people see me saying,
I literally said that's not that spicy.
you did this.
Gotta be started something. Gotta be started something. Yeah.
That's like something that would happen on Family Guy.
Yeah.
Is somebody killing a Michael Jackson impersonator?
That's funny.
Or maybe this guy was molested and he thought it was the actual Michael Jackson.
Maybe he was a victim, and
Yeah.
maybe that's for his defense lawyers to figure out. Maybe he just hates pedophilia so
Yeah.
much.
But you're a Michael Jackson innocent guy. Which, by the way, I don't know if this shows up on camera, but if you think I've come to my pants, I have not.
It's just boogers?
Yeah, I'm sick. I've been blowing my nose on my pants for the last couple of days.
How do you do that? How do you manage to do it? Like this?
Yeah. Yeah. I just do
Yeah.
that.
You've been sick in bed this weekend? I
Sick-
went
sick
swimming
on the-
yesterday.
Sick on the couch.
Sick on the
I
couch.
rewatched Richard Jewell.
So good.
I love that movie.
Maybe, we can learn a little something from that court case.
Yeah.
About court cases.
Yeah. Yeah, if it had been Richard Jewell on that train,
Yeah.
you know.
And he was just doing security
Yeah.
for the Olympics.
I'm going to have to ask you to stop being Michael Jackson. I would like it if you could stop being Michael Jackson.
In the face, you got really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't like him. I just don't like Michael Jackson. Son, on the news, they saying you killed Michael. The news is saying my baby killed Michael. That's Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then John Hamm is like,
Mama, I didn't do this. God damn it, Radar, what's your problem, Michael Jackson? That's not really Sam Rockwell.
who is
at all.
that? Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just doing this the whole movie.
He does do this, yeah.
What the fucking shit?
What's going on over here kind of voice.
Yeah.
Or
What the,
posture.
God damn it, what the fucking shit?
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, all right. We should get him on the show.
Sam Rockwell? That'd be great.
I saw him, I think, in the East Village one time, like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And I followed him for a block. Not really. I was
Really?
walking that way, but I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
He's a guy.
You
He's one of the best.
was it called gang stalking or
No, that's when you use like cell phone towers, I think.
is that oh
I think cell phone towers have to be involved in gang stalking. Have to
But
be
you
like,
could-
look, there's fucking 2 guys rang my doorbell and there's a T-Mobile store 5 blocks down the street.
what is gang stalking? What is
You know what it is.
it's
That's
with
why
cell
you
phone
said it.
towers?
That's why you said it. You know what gang stalking is.
Is it like the Warriors movie?
Yeah. John Hamm's so evil in that movie.
He's such a piece of shit.
He's
And
like
so is the bitch.
The bitch, yeah.
What's her name? Olivia Wilde.
Yeah.
So is the news bitch.
Yeah. I'd like to see somebody fucking put her in a choke.
I'd like to see someone wild out on that ass.
Yeah, I'd like to see her strangled to death.
I'd like to.
We should get her on the show.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
Ask her why the fuck she did that.
Mm-hmm.
You know? How dare she?
Mm-hmm.
That bastard woman.
You know what'd be great is we go down to the protest, get a representative.
Are there protests right now?
There's a lot of protests. They shut down the trains and the bridge.
I was out of town this weekend.
We should get somebody from the Jordan Neely protests to
Yeah.
debate a conservative Michael Jackson impersonator.
You don't see many of those these days.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe Tucker.
That's a path out of if Tucker were on, he would have a conservative Michael Jackson impersonator on and be like, you're not allowed to just yell at people whenever you want. There's a lot of things I'd like. I can't go on a train yelling at people for those things.
He was arrested 40 times.
Very good. Michael Jackson, thank you for joining us. Michael, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Well, he famously did that other bit about
Nancy Pelosi thing?
Nancy Pelosi looking like
Michael Jackson, alive and well. Don't believe me? Take a look.
That video is that clip
See?
is so funny.
Michael Jackson.
No, we're not theologians on this program.
We are not. Does he say that?
Yeah.
We're not theologians.
It doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Who is writing that?
We should get him on. We're having his enemy appear.
Did they ever square off toe to toe? I'd like to see them in the octagon.
Well, you know how that would wind up.
Well, one of them would kick the other one's ass.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. That'd be a good one for the libs, you know?
Yeah.
We're gonna figure it out with him tomorrow. I think we're gonna figure out his next chapter.
Mm-hmm.
We
Chapter 11, probably.
That's good. I think he said he's suicidal.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's goth now?
He's goth.
Yeah.
He's gonna come in with.
The news Joker.
He said he was suicidal. I don't know.
The Joker of the news.
The news Joker. The news Joker will be on the.
That's kind of the
show
plot of the
tomorrow.
movie Network. They should have called that movie The News Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of that's what happens.
Yeah.
He pops off
Yeah.
in a Joker-esque manner.
They should have called Taxi Driver the Taxi Joker.
The taxi Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah. First Reformed, the church Joker.
Yeah. Joker of the church.
Joker of the church.
Yeah.
What other alienated
It would be
protagonist
funny. You would
movies
think
are
Paul
there?
Schrader saw Joker and he's like, oh, fuck, that is what I do.
Yeah.
I just make the Joker.
I basically make Joker over and over.
Just that Joker. I thought I was doing some intellectual thing, but
Yeah.
it's just Batman.
Yeah, American Gigolo, sex Joker.
Yeah, yeah. I've just been making Joker over and over again.
That's pretty sick. Maybe we can ask him that if he ever comes on our show.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to really stick it to that guy
Yeah.
about what the fuck he's on about. Are they making the Joker too? I hope they
You
do.
should ask him to do a character called Paula Pound Schrader.
Uh-huh. And she's a isolated male protagonist.
She's
Alienated male protagonist.
Paul Schrader dressed up as Paula Poundstone.
Yeah, and he's doing stand-up.
Yeah.
Is she alive?
She's like, hey, you ever hear of, what's it called? Predetermination?
Predestination, I
Predestination?
think.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Hey, kids, you ever hear of this?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Paula Pound. Whatever. You know. So what's going on with Wallace and Gromit?
No, dude, we gotta stay off it.
All right.
Have you read the comments? People fucking can't stand this Wallace and Gromit shit you're on about. I don't understand what it's been.
Huh?
I don't understand what's like. What happened? What's
Bum, 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 bum,
No,
bum,
come
bum,
on,
bum. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
something set you off on this, and it's just like it's like when you watch Nanette, and then for 2 weeks we're screaming at billboards, you know?
Nanette kind of looks like Wallace's girlfriend. Well, you know what? It's funny. Nanette's body looks like Wallace's head. Her ass is kind of his mouth. Like if you saw a silhouette of Nanette, you'd be like, "Oh, it's Wallace from Wallace and Gromit."
Where is Nanette at these days?
I don't know, getting pants fitted
She's just at a tailor.
at the world's most extreme tailor. Yeah, I do circus tents and pantsuits
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Australian women.
Yeah, she's a.
Yeah. Basically, if you need a car cover for an RV, I can do that, and I can do Nanette suits.
Yeah, she's wearing a Winnebago.
Yeah. My suit is by Winnebago.
Yeah, that sounds like an Australian word.
It does.
Winnebago.
That's where they started. Yeah, well,
Are they
the
from
company
Australia?
started, we were making pants for Nanette.
For autistic lesbian.
And we said we have
comedians.
all this extra material
Yeah.
laying around. Why don't we make a bus that you can live in? That was the next logical step.
Yeah. Yeah, she's
Oh,
wearing it's
right.
it's our classic 3 Winnebago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when she was mean to Norm and then he got cancer and died? Probably because of her savage burn.
No.
She said, Norm MacDonald, I have never heard of you. And I'm not interested in anything you have to say.
When was that?
I don't know, but it was rude. And it gave him cancer and killed him. She shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
That bitch. Gadsby.
The Great Gatsby.
The Great Gatsby.
The Great Gatsby. How would that go?
It would go like, it was the best of times. It was the worst.
He was the beast with
It's
two
not
words?
even from that book.
No, that's Tale of Two
I
Cities.
know. I never heard of this Norm MacDonald bloke because I didn't want to make a comment about him. I don't like him though. Dick Biscuit. Hashtag Dick Biscuit.
Hashtag Dick Biscuit.
Hashtag
cool-
Dick
how cool if-
Biscuit.
If I want
You called a man a Dick Biscuit and it gave him cancer, Hannah.
Trump should have nuked Australia. Because if they
For what?
What if he did that? That's what everyone thought he would do. He'd be doing stuff like that. Man, that's terrible. I've got the codes and my That's what they were worried about. Rob Reiner's like, he's gonna nuke Australia.
She's horrible. She's wearing Winnebago cover.
Yeah.
What is that outfit?
she
When-
thinks
when
she's
you
a
even
van.
find a tailor?
She thinks she's a van. She's not a van.
I saw her special.
Dude, did you see this deposition from him this week?
No.
Talking about, like, you know, his, like, being like, oh, she's not my type about E. Jean Carroll.
Is there video?
It's his deposition, and they asked him about it.
Yeah.
And then the lawyer asked him about it. He's like, yeah, I'm just saying, she's not my type. Like, you aren't either, obviously. He's like, no offense, but, you know, you wouldn't be my first choice. He's like, just like, I wouldn't fuck you to the lawyer.
Wow.
Yeah.
He is so cool.
Yeah.
He is so cool.
Yeah.
I wish I had the confidence. If some lady's being a bitch to me, I
You
just
do.
naturally.
You do, though.
No, if some lady's
You
being
and
like,
Donald Trump are the same.
no, if some lady's being mean to me, I naturally want to like suck up to them.
No, like, you're at this stage in your career. In 20 years, you're going to be president of the United States.
That would be incredible.
And all of these people are going to be like, this is the most dangerous thing to ever happen. The man shit himself publicly on
It's
a podcast.
dangerous.
Like, he can't be
This
trusted.
is not normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. The president shits himself. This is not normal.
Taking a
This
nap.
is not presidential.
Taking a nap at your own inauguration.
That would be so sick.
Yeah. He had too many pickles and he had to take a fucking nap.
I would institute a national siesta. I think that would be one of my top priorities.
Yeah.
Would be yeah, Mary, you need to take a little midday.
I've
nap.
always said, look, you want to stop the immigration crisis at the border? Don't build a wall. Put fucking bunk beds down there. You think they'll be able to resist? They just walk 400 miles.
bunk beds and then a cage.
Not even a cage.
Oh, no.
Just permanent sleepy time down there at the border.
They wouldn't. They have to wake up eventually from a
Yeah,
nap.
and you got a cooler full of Coronas.
Oh, that is some more sleepy
Yeah,
time.
well, yeah, right back to sleep. And we turn the whole thing into
And you get the game on.
Yeah.
You put on a little grainy soccer.
yeah.
Those boys are having a nice time. They're having a little fiesta down there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we could have saved a lot of money on those walls.
Maybe they wouldn't nap so much if the Spanish word for nap wasn't almost the same word for party.
Yeah, Fiesta Siesta.
They make it sound so fun.
Yeah. It is fun.
Yeah.
It is
If
fun.
napping here was called newing cocaine, I'd be like, dude, let's fucking
Do a little no cane.
it's time to go to sleep.
Oh, man.
That makes sense to me.
It makes a lot of sense to me.
Makes a lot of damn sense. Damn, I hate having a fucking cold.
Wait, there's video of Trump's siesta, of his deposition?
Yeah.
Really? How do I miss all this crap?
I just saw it on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah. I'm
Did he
get,
say
I'm gonna
any
get,
other
I'm gonna
cool
get in
stuff?
trouble for saying that Michael Jackson thing.
Why, that you thought he was doing the Michael Jackson impersonation?
When I
Why?
first heard the story, yes, that's what I thought happened.
No, you don't have to get in trouble because you have to stand by that for the rest of your life now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just say, that is what I thought.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
The mental image I had of.
It's funny.
We don't need to revisit it, but.
I think pretty much everyone just saw this picture and didn't see the words.
No, I heard a description of what happened.
You heard a description. We've brought it up on the show before, but it was very funny during the Freddie Gray protest. The guy that was dancing at the cops doing Michael Jackson.
Mm. Was that the same guy?
I hope not.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope no one dies ever, but that guy was a great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just telling the cops to beat it. Yeah.
Yeah, there was that Elmo who had like schizophrenia and would threaten people.
In Times Square?
Yeah, in Central Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
There was a Gawker headline, an anti-Semitic Elmo in Central Park, or something like that. And then the picture, it was like this like long lens, and it was Elmo being loaded into an ambulance, and the legs were sticking out.
That's beautiful.
The Elmo legs, yeah.
That's
Really
beautiful.
funny stuff. Let me see if I can find it.
That's really nice.
Anti-Semitic Elmo in Central.
But they don't have him they don't have like furry guy impersonators. Wow.
Yeah, great picture.
That's amazing. That's really incredible picture.
Mm.
What happened to him?
Elmo?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's 4 years old. He lives in a world made out of crayons.
Yeah. His dad lives in, where do we decide?
Beneath a ranting Elmo's mask, a man with a disturbing past. A man in an Elmo costume who was handcuffed. He was behind in tips he earns by posing for photographs of tourists. He said he had gotten a late start because he was not released from psychiatric evaluation in a nearby hospital until mid-morning. The police asked me not to come here today, the man said Tuesday. I'm sort of sneaking back in. Oh, right, and the man who said his legal name, if not an original one, is Adam Sandler.
Is that real?
Yeah, he was videotaped by an English tourist shouting anti-Semitic remarks outside of the Central Park Zoo.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but that is very funny, the visual of like him living in Central Park. Like becoming a Sasquatch style.
Mm.
Like jumping out and yelling at people. They should let him still do that. Do people live in Central Park?
An online search yielded news accounts like a 1999 article by the Associated Press that identified Mr. Sandler by his original name. The Cambodian police arrested Mr. Sandler that year and quickly deported him due to a sex scandal.
Oh, is it Cambodian? Oh, no, it was an American living there.
Yeah.
So
On
it's a
Tuesday, he said
pedophile?
the notoriety from the rape camp case led him to change his name to Adam, and that the original name not be included in this article. I did run a porn site in Cambodia, he said. The Journal of Sexual Aggression titled it, Welcome to the Rape Camp, Sexual Exploitation in the Internet in Cambodia.
Damn, this guy's the most hardcore guy of all time.
Yeah,
And then he decided to change his name to Adam Sandler?
yeah,
Is that him?
that's him.
Oh my god. Wow.
Mr. Sandler, so after he got arrested for running a rape website, he went on to work at the New York office of the Girl Scouts of the USA, the organization's headquarters, where he was recognized by staff members who saw news accounts of the Elmo incident, said he had not been an employee but worked there from a temp agency. I saw these Elmo guys working in Times Square, he said. These individuals are not sanctioned by the Sesame Street Workshop, the nonprofit group that produces Sesame Street. And we do not condone unauthorized representations of our characters. He bought the Elmo costume online for $300. And when he started wearing it in April, he found that it quickly paid for itself. Just Saturday, he made $200. He moved to Central Park when it seemed that Times Square was too saturated with Elmos. What?
I'm just listening.
Why don't you say something?
That's crazy, man. A rape camp website?
Mm-hmm.
Like a... God damn. Where's he at now? What year was this? What year did this happen?
What?
What year did this happen?
Did what happen?
And the Elmo incident.
Oh, I don't know. I've moved on to something else.
What are you reading?
Oh, he has his own Wikipedia page. Adam Sandler, costume wearer.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Okay. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about here? What are movies this week?
No, we're trying to avoid what? So then there was the murder on the train. Trump's deposition.
Psychopaths. Sorry. Oh,
What is it?
The Coronation.
Oh, the coronation. Yeah, yeah. So Nick and I watched the coronation, top to bottom. Incredible performance by Katy Perry. I didn't know that she was friends. Apparently they said she's friends with King Charles.
Is that real?
They claimed that she was friends
Did
with him.
Katy Perry perform at the Coronation?
She did. Do you ever feel like a
But
plastic bag?
did it actually happen or no?
Serious.
I gotta look this up.
She performed, and then they also said that she couldn't find her seat during the coronation too. She almost ruined the whole damn thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Lionel Richie and Katy Perry.
Yeah.
I thought you were joking. I
No,
thought you were
Katy
saying,
Perry.
oh, Katy Perry performed there, as if that would be like an absurd thing to happen.
No, they said next performance is from Katy Perry, who's close friends with the new King Charles.
King Charles. That's fine. That's a type of dog, isn't it?
Yeah.
A King Charles.
They're cute dogs.
Yeah,
They
sort
kinda-
of.
Yeah, yeah.
They kind of. I mean, they look like. I just associate them with like people's aunts. They're always, like they always have shit all over their face.
No, they have like they look like they look like they're from a Vermeer painting or something.
Yeah.
They look like they're from like a Dutch. These guys, the King Charles.
Yeah, I know what the dog. We don't need to look up the dog.
Yeah, they look like
I know what they look like.
They look like those guys from like the Night Watch, that painting. They look like people, kind of. Like you know those like those haircuts they used to give them.
Maybe we should draw some dogs.
I'd be happy to. Dave, can we get some paper?
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, we don't have to.
Dogs playing poker. You know what I'd like to see is dogs playing fucking Call of Duty.
That would be cool. Can't do it. They don't have thumbs.
Yeah. Well, then they couldn't play poker either. It's a
Well,
painting,
I
yeah.
think they could figure it out.
It's a painting.
No, it was a historical event. It was a
a
photograph.
painting.
It was a photograph. I think it was something that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are
In-
some other games that dogs could play that'd be pretty funny?
Dog fighting. They could play MMA,
Mahjong.
mahjong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dogs playing backgammon.
Dogs playing Monopoly.
Monopoly. Uno.
Yeah.
Battleship.
Mancala. Do you remember Mancala?
Connect 4.
Mm.
Um,
Dogs playing Candyland.
yeah, no, there's got to be a funny one.
Snakes and ladders.
Shoots and ladders. What the fuck is snakes and ladders?
Isn't it also snakes and ladders?
What, they made a scary version of it?
Ew, man.
What? I'm sick.
So just get a Kleenex.
You sit here just picking your nose and eating your boogers constantly, and so I blow my nose on my leg, and you're acting like I'm like.
I don't eat my boogers.
You're trying to. You're framing me. You're trying to like
Frame
frame
me
me.
for what?
I don't know.
You're going like this.
You're like, but this whole episode, you're trying to get me in trouble on social media. You're trying to frame me.
No, I'm not.
You're like, ew. You're trying to create sound
If I was
bites.
trying to frame you, I'd look at your pants. I'd be like, oh, is that cum?
No, you're doing this so that they gets clipped together and people like a man blowing his nose, mocking death of beloved Subway performer.
That headline sounds bad.
Yeah, you're trying to do to me what you did to Matty Healy.
That I didn't do anything to Matty Healy. Matty Healy did to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go off about it?
Yeah, he came over here with us regular folks, right? He tried to do parody songs with us. Try to go join the union. Okay, go to the fucking mine.
Yeah, I mean, he walked in here on block shoes and a kimono,
Yeah.
and a bunch of chopsticks in his
And we were
hair.
like,
And
whoa.
we were like, come on, man.
Come on.
Yeah.
And he's like, sucky, and like I was like, come on, you're a fucking international selling pop star. Nick and I saw you headline MSG,
Yeah.
and now you're coming in here trying to play in the mud.
He said no more MSG, and he
Yeah.
meant it in 2 ways.
And it's just as
Madison
bad as
Square Garden and monosodium
sodium glutamate.
Yeah.
And it's just as bad as regular sodium.
What, MSG?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Flavor enhancer?
It tastes good.
Umami?
It's a new umami.
Sort of thing?
Yeah. It
Damn,
tastes
I
good.
really need to blow my nose.
Anyway, let's levy some more accusations against Matty Healy so we can get back in the news.
Yeah.
He's lying about having any girlfriend ever. That's
Is he?
no, he has a lot of girlfriends.
Yeah. Didn't you dated him for a while? You were his girlfriend for a while?
Yeah, but it was kind of like they call it catfishing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was like on the phone like, "Hey, how are you? How's your day?"
You know, I was thinking is you do a catfish, but is you put a picture of a beautiful woman,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I go, to the diner to meet her, it's a real catfish.
Yeah.
You get a fish tank, you put it in one of the booths.
Ugly fish
You put in one of the booths, you have a fish tank.
in the booth.
And then when they come in, you go, surprise, you're on candid camera.
Yeah. You know what they called it in the Daily Mail
Mm-hmm.
headline when I was caught catfishing Matty Healy? They called it a classic British catfish and chips.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever have that?
No, usually it's sole.
Because what is fish and chips? Does anyone even know?
I think people do.
All right, then.
It's really good. Have you had it?
It's just fried fish and french fries, right?
No. If you go for a good one over there,
But it's just fried fish and french fries?
if you go for a good one over there, it's pretty damn good.
But it's just fried fish and french fries. It's just Long John Silver's. You ever been to a Long John Silver's?
of course.
I'd like to see the French do that. God damn, I'm so congested.
It's the allergies, bro.
Yeah, but I got a cold too.
Dave, did you get us that Claritin D? Yeah. Can you bring it out for Nick and me?
Do we have
Actually, I
any-
need one too.
Do we have any tissues?
Can we also get some tissues out? Maybe we'll blow our nose for the show for a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit.
No, I feel like shit. Sorry, guys.
It's okay, dude. So you watched Richard Jewell, you feeling sick,
Mm-hmm.
and you watched The Coronation.
Yeah. Are lemonade stands regulated? Can I just open a lemonade stand anywhere?
Not if you're black.
Yeah, that's true.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Dave's wearing kind of a Michael Jackson outfit today.
Yeah, you do look like Michael Jackson.
Dude, I would love to see Dave in front of a wind machine doing like, hold me like the river of Jordan.
Sorry, we couldn't do the show this week. Dave was murdered on the train.
And they told me that you were my brother.
Yeah.
Dude, you remember the Free Willy song?
Yeah. I remember Michael Madsen in Free Willy. That was a great role.
Yeah. And then the theme song was sung by Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I thought Michael Madsen was singing it.
No. And then there's also the movie Michael with John Travolta. I rewatched that yesterday as Battlefield Earth.
Man Animal.
Yeah. That movie is amazing.
I can't make it the whole way through.
Easy watch.
You made it the whole way through?
The whole way through.
That movie, like, it's like always like a, oh my God, it's going to be epic. And then
Yeah, well,
40 minutes in, you're like, oh.
You need somebody there to like riff and make it fun.
Yeah. You watched it alone?
Yeah.
I remember there was one
For
weekend.
me, I can have a good time in my head.
Yeah. You have imaginary friends that you riff with?
No, it's just me. There's no such thing as imaginary friend.
You have your characters.
Huh?
You have
But
your
that's
characters.
me doing characters.
You know, but those are your friends.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, let's move on.
You have African guy in there.
Next
And
topic.
he's like, Nick, that was a good one.
Kleenex, that's a thing. Claritin D. What happened to Claritin A through C? What about Plan B?
D stands for...
What about Plan B?
Yeah.
Or Plan D? What about Plan D? And it's birth control for
Jews
Jewish
with
women.
allergies.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes. The next 20 minutes. Just yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
David, see if they have any of those free pens they give out. That's another. You know what's funny? Watching Independence Day and Battlefield Earth. Independence Day is not much better than Battlefield Earth, but somehow that was. It's just. It really. If Battlefield Earth wasn't a Scientology movie, and you just had like a, you know, at least one normal human relationship in the movie.
Yeah.
You know, not just aliens trying to get leverage on each other.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. That's the thing that matters the most to the Cyclos is leverage.
Yeah, it's a political drama, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Forrest Whitaker.
Also, the style.
We got to get him on the show too, Forrest Whitaker.
They have such a new metal style.
Yeah.
No.
Well, there was a nightclub in Austin, Elysium. There were always these giant black goth women that were outside that all looked like the bad guys from Battlefield Earth.
Really?
Yeah, they had the huge boots and they would like move around in that kind of like way.
And
yeah,
dreads
colored
and stuff?
contacts, the big
Yeah.
dreads. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
How the blast you know about that, man animal?
How the blast you know?
How the
about that?
blast you know about them recordings, man animal?
Also, there are a bunch of horses that get fucked up in that movie, don't they?
Cows.
Cows.
Yeah, he shoots a bunch of cows.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
How does it end? I don't even know if I've ever made it all the way to the end.
So the plot is John Travolta fucked some cyclo senator's daughter, and so that's why he's trapped on this prison colony. They make him stay there for 50 cycles. He's going to have to be on the planet for 50 cycles.
Yeah.
And he wants off the planet. And I don't know if he actually has a way to get off the planet. But his assistant, who's Forrest Whitaker, discovers a bunch of gold deposits and doesn't tell him about it and was waiting for him to be, transferred off so that he could claim the gold for himself. So John Travolta decides to train the man animals to mine gold because it's outside of so in the war between the humans and the cyclos, we nuked the cyclo fucking invasion ship or something.
Yeah.
And so there's radiation everywhere.
Okay.
But their breathing gas, whatever they use to breathe,
Yeah, they have that thing in their nose, right?
it reacts. It's like it reacts to the radioactivity, so it just starts it ignites. So they have to go to outside of their area to mine the gold. So he's like, oh, we can train the man animals to do
He needs
it.
the man animals.
And then Barry Pepper figures, he puts Barry Pepper in the learning machine. And Barry Pepper learns their language and math and everything. He teaches him everything, basically.
Yeah.
Instead of just teaching him how to use the mining equipment, he puts him in this learning machine that teaches. He becomes like a
He becomes really
Yeah,
smart.
he's like Stephen Hawking after. Yeah. And so then they bring the man animals out to that area. And instead of mining the gold, like John Travolta, they have like complete surveillance of the whole planet.
Yeah.
Except for when the humans need the plot. And then he's like, all right, I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
And so they go to Fort Knox and just get gold bullion and then deliver that to John Travolta. And they're like, yeah, here's the gold that, you wanted. And then I guess at some point in production, they were like, wouldn't this guy be like, why is this in bricks when it's supposed to be gold you mined out of the side of a mountain?
Right.
And so John Travolta's like, why is it in bricks? And he's like, we just thought you'd like it better that way. He's like, so you had time to smelt, they're cavemen. So you had time to smelt it into gold bullion stamped with like...
U.S. Federal
right,
Reserve.
Yes,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, well now you only have 7 days to get me the rest of the gold. And in that 7 days, they fly again to like Fort Worth or something. They fly to Texas and get a bunch of Harrier jets and a nuclear warhead that they learn how to use. And then the plan, because the radioactivity of their breathing gas, they're using one of the transporters to go back to the Cyclo home planet and detonate it, and then it blows up their whole planet. So they do that. They blow up their whole planet. And
Where do the Cyclos live? How far from
on
Earth
planet
is that?
Cyclo. They live on planet Cyclo, which is indeterminate. They have transportation technology.
Okay.
So they can teleport.
Obviously they got to Earth.
They can teleport people anywhere they want, except to where the gold is to mine for it. They have complete surveillance over everything except for
where the gold is.
Yeah. And also in the...
What a flaw in their plan.
Yeah. There's not a lot
What a glaring flaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a lot of things make sense in that movie. The best part is this the thing. I've watched that movie.
Wait, so they use the nuke to nuke
They blow up the
Cyclo
Cyclo home planet, yeah. And then they keep John
with
Travolta.
one nuke?
Yeah, because their atmosphere reacts to the radioactivity.
Oh, so
it
can't
destroys the whole. But I've watched that movie a bunch. The thing I never noticed before that I saw this time is in like 2 or 3 scenes in the movie, John Travolta's colored contact has fallen down his eye. So one eye's down and the other eye's up. And he's like, how dare you keep this information from me?
Oh, his acting in that movie is...
I mean, they're all amazing.
Is clutch.
Yeah, the whole movie's amazing.
Is Barry Pepper also a Scientologist? Is that why?
I think everyone in that movie is a Scientologist.
So Forrest Whitaker is too?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's why they all made the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who directed it?
I mean, I would feel really bad for the guy that's not a Scientologist. It was like, this seems like a good project.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roger Christian. What are you looking up?
I'm looking up his filmography. Roger Christian?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, look at this guy. He looks like a lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can't say that anymore.
Well, he looks like an older. He looks like your mom. He's like that. You go to your friend's house and his mom's a fucking bitch.
That sounds like you're talking about somebody in particular.
Yeah, my friend had a mom that looked like that. That was just like we'd always get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
He made a movie called The Sender.
It's about a man who sends.
A disturbed
obsessed.
telepathic man is able to transmit his dreams and visions into the minds of people around him. I was like Freddy Krueger. That's sick.
Yeah. Yeah, Battlefield Earth. Okay, I guess that's the end of the Battlefield Earth segment.
I think it's a pretty good movie. You guys should check it out. There's a lot of wipes in that movie, right? Yeah, they do this.
Yeah.
They don't do...
That's every cut.
Every cut is this?
Everything's also shot at an angle, too.
Yeah, Dutch angle.
Every single fucking... There's not a single, like, head-on shot.
It makes you sick, that movie.
Yeah.
That's probably why I can't get through it, because I'm just like, this is giving me, like,
Mm-hmm.
like, what do you call it?
There's also like a bunch of scenes that should have cut beforehand that didn't. I don't know why. It was
Like
like
what?
edited in a way where like somebody has to like exit the shot before they'll like cut.
Yeah.
So like there's at one point Forrest Whitaker gets his hand shot off by John Travolta. And he's like, that'll teach you to ever
I've
betray me.
seen that scene, yeah.
And then Forrest Whitaker's like,
He just walks off.
and then it ends. And then they cut to the he like walks out of the frame. Yeah, we see that happen.
Dude, it's so funny.
It's a really good movie.
It's really good.
It's fucking awesome.
Where did you find it?
It's just on like I just rented it. On
You rented it?
Apple TV. Yeah, I was like I haven't watched Battlefield Earth in a while.
I think I watched it with you and Felix, maybe.
Yeah.
In the old apartment.
Mm-hmm. The good old days.
The good old days.
Yeah. Battlefield Earth, bartender head. That scene's good too. Perhaps our beloved bartender. Yeah.
His acting is insane in
Yeah.
that movie.
A friendly bartender.
Wow.
That's also the scene where
That's
he
great acting.
where he shoots.
The hair is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he looks like Korn, kind of. Or like, yeah, that era. That era of like early 2000s. Like,
Nakahina.
Nakahina.
What's he supposed to be when he does that stuff? He's like a deaf Japanese guy.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
A lot of Korn lyrics are just deaf Japanese guy.
Yeah. I heard we could buy a house in Japan real cheap.
We can.
Yeah.
I would imagine they wouldn't let us do that.
No, we can't.
I don't
Real
know if
cheap.
we're legally allowed to enter the country anymore after the Matty Healy thing.
Okay, first of all, we've squashed that with the Japanese. If I care about anything, it's about being
Yeah.
in good standing with them.
If I get banned from Japan, if that happens, I will cut off my pinky and mail it to them. I will do that.
As to send them a message.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah.
They respect that kind of shit.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. In fact,
like,
I might
"Whoa."
do it now.
Do it right now
I'll
on
do
the
it.
show. Yeah.
They're like, we don't know who you are.
Dave, do you have an envelope?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, because their population is declining. They have like a ton of
Yeah, but they don't want
abandoned
white
houses.
people. They want more Japanese people.
I saw a video of a white guy like showing his house that he got. Also, they don't have like a culture of like preserving old houses.
Mm-hmm.
Like if a house
They don't
is,
have a Bob Vila.
they don't.
Yeah.
They don't have a Norm Abram.
Yeah.
You know? So they like if a house is 30
Well,
or-
their houses are designed. They build their own house and they're designed to deteriorate in like 20 years. They're like hermit crabs. Most
Yeah.
Japanese people find like a big shell.
Well, they're made out of wood, right? So
They
have
live
like,
on the beach and they find a shell,
Uh-huh.
a shiny shell.
We're gonna get banned, bro.
Okay.
Most Japanese people are incredible,
Yeah.
but apparently,
A lot of them live in shells.
okay,
Yeah.
some of them,
The dream.
and those guys are incredible too.
A blue shell covered in spikes. That's like fucking. You're living in the breakers.
Oh my God, you're like You're like a rare.
Yeah.
You're like a emperor.
Yeah. Japanese guy will take this, and he'll be like, okay, guess who's not homeless anymore?
Yeah, that's my house now.
I live here.
This is my fucking house.
I live
now.
here.
Yeah,
Call me homeless.
I wouldn't dare.
Yeah. See what happens.
Yeah,
I got a sword.
yeah. You're homeless.
Okay.
So yeah. So if your house is 30 to 40 years old, they're like, this house should be destroyed.
Yeah.
So you could just buy these houses, and basically what you're doing is you're buying the land. The house is free.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'd like to see a movie about a ninja in a wheelchair.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's sort of like a disablist. What's it called when you're pro disabled people? Disableist?
no, that sounds racist.
No, ableist is the racist one. If you're pro-disabled people.
Pro-disablist.
Yeah, like a wheelchair John Wick.
That'd be
But with
sick.
swords. And he's got fucking shit that comes out. And he's like,
Yeah.
like Ben-Hur.
He's got spikes on the wheels, like Mad Max kind of vibes.
Yeah.
He goes up to another wheelchair guy, he blows up their wheel.
Yeah, a wheelchair assassin movie. That'd be cool, dude. Wheelchair John Wick. You could do a lot of cool shit.
Wheelchair Mad Max. Everyone's going down the
Yeah.
desert. He's in the front.
And
Everyone else is in wheelchairs.
it's called Ramp,
Ramp.
starring Jason Statham.
It'd be so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I heard somebody was talking shit about wheelchairs. If I find out who said wheelchairs,
Who said?
who said it?
Who the fuck said it?
I may not have legs, but I am bald,
I'm bold. I'm gay. I'm racist.
and I'm racist.
I got no hair. I'm
I got
racist.
no hair.
I'm bold.
Yep, that was the thing I said 6 years ago.
Yeah, I think we were walking to Ari's house.
Yeah.
And I'm gay.
Jason Statham movie called Ramp.
Okay.
He's in a wheelchair. Somebody let the air out of my tires.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you picked on the wrong disabled guy.
Yeah.
Mikey, we made a bad move. Turns out this guy lost his legs in Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
He was a real hardcore guy. Well, how bad could it be? He doesn't have legs anymore. And then it's Jason Statham, and he's like fucking attaching like machine guns to the wheels in his apartment.
Yeah.
I was ready to put all that behind me
Yeah.
until somebody let the hairs out of my tires.
I would love that montage sequence
And
where
then him
he's,
getting into like
he's equipping his wheelchair with a weapon.
into
He's doing pull-ups.
into
He's
an
doing pull-ups.
even
Yeah.
bigger wheelchair. Now it's a tank.
Yeah, he like takes he takes like a canvas, like, you know, whatever, a tarp, and uncovers. He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
He gets the like a monster truck. Why don't any wheelchair guys get monster truck wheelchairs?
They could.
They could very easily.
Yeah, I might just start doing that for veterans.
Yeah, for vets. Monster truck
Just
wheelchairs.
big wheel
for vets.
wheelchairs. Big wheel wheelchairs.
Yeah.
Like a Black Rifle Coffee Company
Hell
wheelchair.
yes.
Yeah.
Dude, thank them for their service.
Yeah. Didn't Kyle Rittenhouse shoot somebody in a wheelchair, or am I making something up? Wasn't one of the guys in a wheelchair?
No, I think he was 5'3".
Oh, the little guy. The
Yeah, I
first
think that you're confusing a guy that's 5'3" with being disabled.
one? Yeah. Now my brain is so broken. I'm just imagining Kyle Rittenhouse in the Thriller music video.
Oh
running
my
around.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's like
how it
people
was.
from different dreams visiting each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
Gotta be started something. Got to be started something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they put me in this wheelchair.
It really felt like last week, every time I would look at the internet, everyone was pissed. Everyone was mad at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've just been paying attention to the fucking playoffs, bro.
Cool.
And center left politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We got a big week this week.
Do we?
Yeah.
What's going on this
We
week?
got two
We have 2 guests this week?
guests.
When's the other one?
Thursday.
Who? Give me clues.
Whoa. Whoa.
We don't have Joey from Blossom.
We have Joey Robas.
We don't have Joey.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't remember us booking somebody for Thursday. Tomorrow.
He had a job not very long.
I don't know. You're giving me nothing here.
How do I say it in front of them? Without
Cody from Step by Step.
It's Cody from Step by Step.
That would be cool too. Yeah, tell me after. I didn't realize we had somebody booked on Thursday.
It's two politics kind of people.
Oh, okay. You'll
That's
tell
the
me.
clue for the audience. We have another episode coming out hopefully this week.
Yeah.
Before that.
That should be done today, I think.
Should be done today.
Yeah. Well, that'd be
pretty-
fun. That'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just show you who it is.
I gotta take more. I'm trying out this mega dosing vitamin C thing to get rid of a cold.
What? Oh yeah.
Where you take like 10 grams of vitamin C a day.
Max used to take like garlic as pills, and like just eat like a head of garlic, you know?
The whole thing.
Yeah, and then
My roommate's
does
dog.
that work?
My roommate's dog did that one time, and I had to walk her, and she shit out just a bunch of garlic bulbs.
I think you
whole.
sweat out garlic. It's disgusting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Should I take a bunch of garlic and go to the sauna?
Yeah, just be the least popular guy there.
Yeah. What are you looking up?
This is the guy.
Yeah, I figured out who it was, I think, in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah,
It'll be fine.
it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I don't know anything really about him.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't think anyone else cares.
I'll be honest with you, I probably won't be here for that one.
You're out of town,
Thursday I'm out of town?
aren't you?
The 12th and 13th.
Oh,
That's Friday, Saturday.
Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be here. Why not?
Sounds boring to me.
But come on, it's our show. You gotta be here.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds fucking boring, dude. I kind of want to just watch Battlefield Earth again.
Don't tell them the show sucks.
Yeah. So the writer's strike.
They're
what's
gonna
the
start
latest?
copying you. They're gonna be like, dude, I'd rather watch Battlefield Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So
What do
the
you
writer's strike.
What do you think's going on with that? It's gonna be great 6 weeks from now when Adam Conover has to sell his clothes to pay his rent,
He's
and
destitute.
he's just out there naked with a sign.
He's turning tricks.
Yeah. Here's a fun fact. Clothes are actually useless, especially in Southern California, where the weather is the perfect temperature for our skin.
Yeah.
So he does that with his head, right?
Yeah.
He does.
Why has he become the spokesperson?
What?
Was he elected to a position where he is the
I
spokesperson?
have no idea. I don't know.
Is he the head of the union?
Huh?
Adam ruins everything?
I think so.
He is?
Now he's ruining the strike as well.
That was turning tricks
I
on
don't
the
know.
picket line?
Yeah, I don't know if he is the head of the union. I was sad. I showed you that account I found, that woman being like, I started, was it WGA strike base?
Hotties, yeah.
I noticed there's a lot of hot people on the picket line, so
Yeah.
I started WGA strike bays, which does
These
anyone
guys with the worst posture in the world.
does anyone say bay anymore?
No,
Yeah, no one does.
no,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then their first it was like misconnections for people at the strikes,
yeah,
which
chocolate.
seems like it's like ops, like that was a fake thing set up to make the writer's strike look bad.
That's Jeffrey Katzenberg.
Yeah.
That's the whole gang. Yeah.
What if we had an annoying woman set up a misconnections account on Twitter?
That's gonna make them look real bad.
And the first post is, man, I'm just
What is it?
gonna be
Chocolate?
fucking, I don't care, whatever. I don't care. They decided to make this a thing.
It's
so,
the worst.
Yeah. I
And
don't-
solidarity, by the way.
solidarity,
Solidarity.
Pay the writer.
Solidarity, but this is pretty fucking awful.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, hey, they deleted all the posts after a day of doing it because
Really?
I guess they were criticized and
Really?
yeah, they deleted it, but
They didn't have
yeah.
chart.
Here we go. We have our first mixed connection. This is in quotes. Black chocolate man, thin build, bit of hair on top, had a friend or two in line holding conversation. No ring. I looked, LOL. At Netflix line today, just glistening off the sun.
Black chocolate man.
Black chocolate man.
Black chocolate man, you make the rockin' world go round. Huh?
Yeah, I would say it sounds like a slave auction.
How the hell would you write that about someone else?
Well, how do you?
Even if you're black.
I know. If you're anybody. Well, just also glistening off the sun.
A professional writer.
You're a professional writer striking to be paid.
Okay,
more.
let's say that the professional writer just texted it and wrote glistening.
It should correct itself.
They should, A, it should correct itself. B, the person who gets it should
edit it. For
should
you.
edit it. There should be a little bit of editing.
Yeah, but your phone. Let me just type glistening and see if it doesn't autocorrect. You would think it would autocorrect, and then they were like,
but
no.
it isn't a word that we don't know.
No, it's not.
No,
Of
it's
course
not
it's
a
not a
word.
fucking word.
It's not
Also,
a
they
word.
mean glistening.
Yeah,
You know they
glistening.
do.
Glistening off the sun.
Yeah.
His black chocolate.
Yeah.
Black chocolate man.
This black chocolate man is.
Where was he at? At
the
Disney?
Netflix line.
At Netflix.
Yeah, and then they had another post that was like the hottie trans X Latinx, something like that.
Yeah.
And then they had the post, hey, so we deleted, and then the last one was just a tweet that's like, oh, well, I guess it's not worth it. I guess it's not worth it to do this. We were just trying to make people have fun. Hey, I deleted the post about a trans woman. It's shitty to speculate on people's gender, and I shouldn't have posted it. I apologize to anyone who is rightfully upset by it. It won't happen again. I want this to be a safe and horny/romantic/both space for all.
Ew. It's you're at work.
Yeah.
You're protesting your work and you're being horny
Yeah, right.
for Black Chocolate Man.
I've made a prolonged 6 to
For
8
trans
second.
Latinx hottie.
I made prolonged eye contact with a beautiful and voluptuous trans Latinx in the line at Netflix. They were wearing a Steven Universe t-shirt and holding a sign that read, "It's the IP for me."
Jesus Christ.
I know. It's one of the worst things.
No, this has to be an op.
It's absolutely.
This has to
fucking
be an
up.
op.
There's no way.
This is Katzenberg's fingerprints
Of
are
course.
all over
Yeah,
it.
right. He's like, I got it. I know what we're going to do.
Oh, we can make them look real good.
We're going to fucking WGA strike bays.
Ew.
Yeah. You sound like somebody that comes up with copy for Seamless ads.
Wow, this lady's written on a lot of stuff.
The lady that posted that?
Yeah.
Well, we should have her on the show.
Well, please come on the show
Yeah, please come on the show.
and just answer for
Whatever your name is.
whatever your name is. Please come on the show.
WGA strike base. Let's see. Let's see if they. Oh yeah, they delete. The account is completely gone now.
Yeah, I looked it up. It's going. They were like, "Come on, you're embarrassing the union."
Yeah.
I noticed a lot
there's
of.
already an article about it. The WGA strike base account is in hot water already.
It lasted like 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The writer strike has been going on for a few days, but there's already a thirst account connected with it. Because who said striking can't be horny also? It can, and it is. However, folks are already wondering whether the account WJ Strike Base is a good idea exactly.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
1 hour. Thank you, David. Well, solidarity. And we're glad that you guys are out of the hot water that you were in for the perverted picketing account. Yeah, what about the people that are unfuckable writers? What about the Sweater Brothers?
This is a tweet they included. I had a misconnection at the WGA strike. Doesn't even make sense. You went to a collective action. The people who misconnection at a strike are called scabs. It's like, what?
Okay, well, that person also sucks.
Wait, yeah. No, the people are all mad at it for being transphobic.
What'd
Yeah,
they say?
WGA misconnections account immediately being transphobic and racist within less than 24 hours of its creation is proof that we as a website in a country should stop making gimmick accounts because, frankly, people, it's all crypto scams or homophobia all the way down.
I mean,
Can't things just suck? Can't something just be fucking lame?
yeah.
Dude, do you have to like intellectualize everything that sucks? It's
Can't
like,
we?
oh, well,
Can't we just?
this
leave,
represents a systemic problem.
Can't
No,
you just leave
sucks.
it to Nick and I to call to say that it's bad?
This is just stupid. That's all it has to be.
That
It's
is
fucking
stupid and it's
lame.
gross. That is gross and it's perverted.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. Yeah,
Yeah. Anyways. Oh, we're out of time here.
we are.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Thanks a lot, guys.
thanks.
We'll be back. We got a big week over here at the studio. Hope you guys have a fun rest of your week. Thanks.
All right. Yeah. Come see Pittsburgh and whatever.
Yep. San Jose and shit.
Ugh.
Dude. Oh, fucking my foot is killing me.
Your foot hurts?